Okay, at this time, I'll call the Budget Committee meeting to order and ask for everyone to please register their presence. And roll call if we're answer if you're here, and if you're not, please do not answer.
Kaler.
Here.
Hannum.
Here.
Lewis.
Here.
Mitchell.
Here.
Moon.
Okay, sounds great.
We have a quorum.
Emergency announcement. I'll now ask if will the emergency announcement work?
Yes.
In case of event of emergency evacuation alarm will sound, everyone should exit the building by the nearest stairwell in a safe, effective manner. If the nearest stairwell is blocked with smoke, use the other stairwell. Do not use the elevator once you've reached the main floor. Follow the exit signs and exit the building quickly. Proceed away from the building. Please be mindful of others evacuating and of the emergency vehicle.
Thank you. And now, yes. I'll now ask if there's any input on items on the agenda. Seeing none, we'll move on to item D, approval of the minutes. This is the approval of the July 11th, 2017 minutes. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved, Mr. Chair.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? I'll ask for all those in favor to say aye. Aye. Opposed, say nay. Ayes have it. Finance 1A increases, Resolution 17-08001. General County General Administration, $87,425 for use of the Rural Metro AMR fees to supply AEDs and other emergency equipment. Do I have a motion to forward on to the Agenda Committee?
So moved, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion or any questions on this item?
I'd like to make a comment, Mr. Mayor, please.
Yes, sir.
Due to the, I'll just make an explanation, I guess would be a better phrase. Due to the fact that the city of Maryville would receive a portion of this, I will be abstaining from the vote.
Duly noted. Any other discussions or questions? I'll ask please to do a roll call vote.
Hannum.
Yes.
Lewis.
Yes.
Mitchell.
Yes.
Moon.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Item E1B, Resolution 17-08002, General County, other boards and committees, $244,723, planning services and public awareness of our jail overcrowding issues. I'll ask for a motion to forward this on to the Agenda Committee.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we send this on to the Agenda Committee.
Have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Do I have any questions or any discussion? Seeing none, I'll ask for a roll call vote, please.
Kaler.
Yes.
Hannum.
Yes.
Lewis.
Yes.
Mitchell.
Yes.
Moon.
Yes.
Motion passes.
BC, Resolution 17-08003, Highway State Aid, $360,791 to recognize TDOT's approval to include tile culvert work and reimbursements. Do I have a motion to send this on to the Agenda Committee?
So moved, Mr. Chair. But I do have a question when you get to that.
Okay, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. I'll now recognize Ms. Hannum with her question.
Ms. Anna would like to know did I understand correctly in that we will pay for whatever is needed and then we will be reimbursed by the state? Is that the way that's going to work?
Highway Superintendent Hedrick, would you come to is that the way that's going to work?
Yes.
Did you get that answer?
I did.
Is there any other questions or discussion? Hearing none, I'll ask for a roll call vote, please.
Kaler.
Yes.
Hannum.
Yes.
Lewis.
Yes.
Mitchell.
Yes.
Moon.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Item F1, grant application request for juvenile court, $11,000 for the youth endowment grant. This is non-recurring, no match required.
Mr. Chairman, I move items F1 through F5.
Okay. Have a motion to move item F1 through F5. Is there any Objection to that? Okay, I need a second, please. Okay, any discussion or any questions?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
the reason I asked for that, these are all non-reoccurring, no matches required. A number of them, two of them we've had before. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. I'll ask for a roll call vote, please.
Kaler,
Yes.
Hannum,
Yes.
Lewis,
Yes.
Mitchell,
Yes.
Moon.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Item 6, Tyler FMIS. This is for information only, but I'll recognize Dina or Randy to give us some details on them at this time. Is Dina? Dina, sorry.
So, just a little background information. Munis is the vendor that was selected as Tyler Technologies for the new finance management information system. Our current system is a very old software. It limits us in capacity to integrate and work with other softwares in other department and fee offices that have upgraded. This software will provide services for all departments, including purchasing, bid management, contract management. So it will help us in the county with a technology that will provide us a way to be more efficient and more effective with the financial data that we have. Currently, our system that we're running on is an AS400, and the code that was written is a very old code, and we have no one available to help us fix it when it breaks. For example, we moved the AS400, and in that process, we lost the ability to export reports to Excel. So we've gone back to old school way of 10 key and adding by paper, and we have no one that can fix that for us. Another example is doing a simple bank reconciliation takes around 7 hours, and it should only take about an hour and a half to be able to verify that all the information transported and posted to the GL like it needed to. Another advantage that we have with this software is they have several clients that are running on Courthouse, so we know that the integration between this software and our payroll software has already been tested and runs very well.
Mr. Vineyard?
You all have heard me on more than one occasion ad nauseum refer to, we've kept our financial system together with baling wire and duct tape. And this is what we're planning to replace. It is a multi-year commitment that you'll hear more about when the purchasing agent addresses this at the agenda committee. You've done your responsibility, and that is to recommend something to the full commission. Commission did their responsibility, which was approve a capital plan that includes the next phases, this being one of them, the replacement of our ERP. And as a courtesy, we wanted you to have benefit of some of the more technical reasons about and practical reasons why it's time to replace this. It will be a multi-year commitment, so we will have about a $300,000 cost annually for about 7 years. But had we been replacing this several years ago, it would have been an upfront cost. And nowadays, the software companies, I think, are a little wiser in that they do basically installment purchases. That's all I have, Mayor.
Does anyone have any, while we've got this, the board here, is there any questions anyone has for Dina or for Randy?
Around the information system?
Around what we're doing with the Tyler MIS system? Do you have some questions?
I have one question, Mr. Vineyard, in that we're sitting here looking at 2 or 3 different systems. And so, of course, I think I heard or understood Dina to say that particular attention is being paid to integration so that each one of the systems properly recognizes codes and interprets the information. Is that true?
That's a very fair observation. That's why you would refer to it as an ERP. It's more than just a financial package. We will have the capacity, if it meets our needs, to be able to have inspections or codes type software that we could buy and add on to this. Bolt onto it is what we used to call it. and it would be at a fraction of the cost of going out and buying a standalone system.
Okay.
So we have the capacity to have a fully integrated solution for the county and not piecemealed and band-aided together like we've done for so many years here.
And if there has to be any kind of bolt-on, in our old terminology, we don't have to pay extra, it's included in the price that we already have before us.
No, the bolt-on, you would have to add that module, if you will, but you might be able, and I'm just making numbers up, if we thought we would have to buy a standalone system that might cost $200,000, and there was a viable solution as a part of this ERP, you might be able to get it for 20 or 30 grand,
Okay.
as an illustration.
Thank you. That's all I have.
Any other questions? Seeing none, that was for information only. Item G, financial reports, also for information only. Do I hear a motion to adjourn? No, we don't do that anymore.